My name's Cathie O'Brien, and I'm the Executive Director at Rosehaven.
Hey, I'm Cathie, really Sister Cathie. I was the founder, along with several other people who helped me, of Rosehaven.
Rosehaven helps women, children, and marginalized genders who are experiencing homelessness and poverty.
It's been a journey of about 25 years, and every one of them precious. With every woman who comes in, every volunteer, changing and helping us become who we are. There was no place for women to go that their abusers potentially wouldn't show up. The downtown chapel took us in, and we went out and walked the streets for hours every day. Well, this went on for a while, and then we decided that there's a lot of people, a lot of women being picked up and put in jail. So we thought maybe if we could meet them either on the street or in jail, maybe we could help them with services. So we started carrying backpacks. We visited with the women. And the longer we did that, the more need we saw relating to no place to go when they got out. While we were walking one day, she says to me, "Let's do a survey." I said, "Okay. What do you want to ask the people?" And she goes, "Well, let's ask them if they could have anything they wanted. What would it be?" We realized that the answers we got were all relational. One person said, "I would like a home," but everybody else said something like, someone to love me, somebody I could trust. That just kind of solidified, we need a place where people can come together and be safe and have friends and just relax. So we did a survey for 3 months. And that was the basis for Rosehaven.
In 2007, Rosehaven became an independent 501c3 nonprofit and moved out of the Old Town District. From 2007 to 2020, Rosehaven operated out of a small basement at the First Emmanuel Lutheran Church in Northwest Portland. Our programs expanded to meet the growing need in our community, and in 2019, we served 3,700 women and children with our services.
When I started with Rosehaven, we had 750 people that we served in a year. And in 2019, we had 3,500. So this growth and this demand for our services outgrew the 3,500 square feet that we were operating in the basement of the First Emmanuel Lutheran Church. And so that need had been there before to move and to look for a new space, but the pandemic really forced that.
Our small and humble facility was pushed to its limits as more and more people in Portland became displaced and the housing market skyrocketed. When the pandemic hit in 2020, we knew we could not safely serve our guests in a small basement any longer. With other agencies closing and essential resources becoming scarce, we knew we could not pause our programs, even for one day, to assure the well-being of our guests. Public indoor spaces ceased to exist, and our guests needed us now more than ever before. So instead of closing our doors, we adapted our service model and moved our supply distribution outdoors as we searched for our dream home.
Within 13 months, we secured the location, designed the space with an amazing company called Gensler who helped us do that. They surveyed our guests and our staff and volunteers and said, start with the dream. What do you want this space to do? How do you want it to feel? Basically took all of that into account to create what we call trauma-informed design.
The need for a place for people to come, especially a place that's community-oriented, that respects everybody, that welcomes anybody, is just critical right now.
Our city is hurting right now. We all are really frustrated with the tents and the garbage and the needles and all of these things happening outside. But what's more frustrating is that inside each of these tents are human beings. There isn't a single answer about how we're going to go about this. I think the answer needs to be that we're individually, one by one, name by name, we're going to lean into how we can help them with their specific needs. I think we're going to make a big mistake if we treat the homeless population as a single entity. And I think that that's what's really different about Rosehaven. That you're going to come here, we're going to know who you are, and we're going to know about you and what your goals are and what you need, because not everybody needs the same thing. The support comes in a variety of ways. It always comes financially, but also with their time. We're back to integrating volunteers into our program.
What we're watching for all the time is ears with hearts, or hearts with ears. People who are willing to be impacted and to give.
Sometimes larger nonprofit agencies kind of feel like they take dog years to see kind of that needle move. And so that's what originally drew me to Rosehaven, just it being a completely grassroots agency, really, really run by community.
If somebody wants to impact the world, impact Portland, come and be part of this healing center, this center where people get to know that they're worthwhile, to know that they have opportunities, to know that they're cared about no matter who they are, what color they are, what sexual orientation they are. You can make a difference, and they will help change you. I promise. I promise that.